Welcome to the latest edition of Rockbridge Wrap-Up. I'm Alex Maragos. Last week, we caught up with Washington and Lee preseason All-American safety Jake Pelton, as well as first-year head coach Scott Abel. This week, I talked to Coach Abel's son Porter, who is the quarterback for the Rockbridge County High School football team, and the Wildcats head coach Jason White. RCHS has lost 2 of their last 3 contests heading into this weekend's game against Allegheny, but the Wildcats still rank 7th in state divisional rankings. How difficult has it been the last couple of weeks to keep the team on track and keep them focused heading into the end of the season?
It's been a challenge. That's the biggest thing is, our focus and practice has not been what we would like it to be, and that's something we've challenged the kids with this week to try to get back on track in a winning way of, having great focus at practice.
Seems like that most of your wins, you've scored a lot of points and your defense has held up pretty well, and then when it comes down to your losses, both the offense and the defense kind of falter a little bit. Is there a couple areas that you're looking at heading into the end of the season that you really need to work on?
Well, there are some areas. I mean, the last couple games defensively, we've been getting hurt off tackle, and we've got to address that through schemes, through maybe some personnel changes, through some different things. Offensively, we've just got to keep plugging and try to get better. Definitely, like you said, though, both of our losses have been team losses. You can't point to one area and say it was the difference of the game. Special teams haven't been very good in either of those losses either.
Now, even though with those 2 losses, you're still ranked number 7 in Division III, that's got to be a matter of pride for you and your team to still be at top of that division within the state.
Well, it is, but that's something that we don't, really talk a lot about, our in-season rankings. The only rankings that matter are the end of the season rankings, and that's something we try to focus very hard on, is winning championships.
Now, I know that you're looking ahead definitely to the playoffs, even though you still have a few regular season games to go. What are the keys going to be for your team heading into the playoffs and making sure that you finish out the season strong?
Consistency, not just on Friday nights. Consistency Monday through Thursday is something we're struggling with, and that's something that we've got to get better at. We try to challenge our kids all the time. The games are won Monday through Thursday. They're not won on Friday nights. They're won Monday through Thursday, and we've just got to get back to that consistent effort and practice every day.
Now, against Lord Botetourt, you guys won big last year, 38-0. What was it like to have a little bit of a hiccup this week, losing 16-14 on the road? Well,
it's a totally different program. They have a new head coach, completely new staff. I think they've got 1 assistant that returned from last year's staff. You can definitely see a different attitude in them. Their head coach is a very good friend of mine that I played college football with, and I knew it was going to be a challenge. The frustrating thing was, as good of a team as they are, as much improved as they are, we still had chances to win the football game if we execute our fundamentals.
What's it like having Porter Abel as your quarterback, headed to Richmond next year? He's got to be a great kid to coach, and on the field a pretty good talent as well.
Absolutely. I know folks at Washington and Lee are very happy with their head football coach and the addition of Coach Abel to their athletics department. But I think it's been better for Rockbridge County athletics than it has Washington and Lee. I'm very pleased with the play Porter, the things that he's done for us. He's been a fine young man, a great player, and definitely been a pleasure to coach all the way. And we're looking to finish this thing strong here in his senior year, and go ahead and wish him good luck at Richmond, as he's going to make a fine football player for them, I'm sure, as well.
Coach White, thanks for the time and good luck the rest of the way.
No problem, man. Thank you.
Porter Abel has guided the Wildcats to a 5-2 record so far this season. The senior quarterback has been able to run the offense effectively through the air and on the ground, and his high school success has even earned him an offer to play football for the University of Richmond starting next fall. Coming off of last week's loss to Lord Botetourt, they're 3-3 now this season. I think it was a game that maybe on paper you might have been able to win, at least put up more points against them. You only scored 14 in that game. What is it like now coming into this week and looking ahead to Allegheny with that loss behind you?
Well, we have to put it behind us. It was rough. It was rough at the end of the game because we knew we made mistakes that we shouldn't have made, and the key is to put it behind us and not let Lord Botetourt beat us 2 weeks in a row. Just got to push forward.
And last week, homecoming against Stanton River High is a pretty special moment for you. You got to get the win 38-17 here at home and then also become the homecoming king. What was that like for you?
No, it was a good game. I had fun with it, and we came in, we prepared to, because last year Stanton River, they gave us a dogfight to the end, and this year we felt like we played extremely well, and the game was just fun all around.
Now, in the 2 losses, you put up 21 points against Amherst, and like I said, 14 against Lord Botetourt the other day. What have some of the difficulties been with either the running game or the passing game in those two losses that you can try to fix heading into the end of the season?
Well, like Coach White said, you know, our focus and practice, you know, I felt like those 2 weeks especially weren't entirely there. And, you know, lately we've been trying to get our focus back to where it was when we were winning. And we feel like if we can get that back to where it was, then we'll start to have success.
Now, heading into Allegheny this weekend, what are some of the things that you're focusing on in practice to make sure that you get the team back on a winning track?
We just got to stay focused, you know, all the time. And, you know, Allegheny's a tough team. They always have been. And we just got to show up and play our game. If we do that, we'll come away with a victory.
And that Amherst loss 3 weeks ago, you were going back to a place where you grew up a little bit. Your dad used to be the coach over there at Amherst. What was that like for you to kind of go back to that place? And albeit it was a loss, was it a little bit exciting for you to return there?
Yeah, it was definitely exciting. You know, the crowd was, you know, really energetic about it, and I felt like, you know, it was a bittersweet moment for them because, you know, I can't imagine they wanted, you know, they were too excited about me moving, but it was a fun game nonetheless.
Now, along those same lines, with your dad being now the coach at Washington and Lee, after being at Amherst and other places, you know, you have Coach White here who seems to have pretty good control over the team, and you seem to like playing for him, but then you have to go home and kind of deal with another coach. What's it like having kind of two coaches in your life right now?
It's different. You know, it's different, but it's good because, you know, I know my dad knows best, and I know Coach White knows best, you know, here, and it's good. It's a good learning process, and I feel like it's helped me throughout my playing.
Despite the two losses that you've had in the last 3 weeks, you're still ranked number 7 within Division III. What's it going to take for the team to climb those rankings and try to be atop the Division III heading into the playoffs?
We're going to have to work really hard Monday through Thursday for the rest of the year, and our focus at practice just has to get better. And you know, we feel like if we play our game, then we can, you know, achieve goals that we set for ourselves.
And headed next year to Richmond, I mean, what was the recruiting experience like for you? I'm sure you had several other schools looking at you at the same time. How did you choose Richmond, and what's going to be the fit like for you there?
Well, the coaching staff did a great job recruiting me, and their campus is amazing, and the academics are awesome. And you know, they kind of have me right now as a quarterback / slot receiver, and mainly on the offensive side of the ball, and I'm really excited about it, and, you know, I really look forward to it.
Well, good luck with the rest of the way, and I appreciate the time.
Thank you.
That's all the time we have for this week's Rockbridge Wrap-Up. Thanks once again to RCHS head coach Jason White and senior quarterback Porter Abel. Join us next week as we continue to keep you updated on the latest news in Rockbridge County sports. For all of us at Rockbridge Wrap-Up, I'm Alex Maragos. Thanks for watching.